Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. I want to give a couple quick little informational things. First, to all the fans that ask us about being able to tip the channel to show your appreciation and help us out. We still have the buy us a coffee function. Really appreciate all those coffees you guys have bought us. As you know, all three of us live off coffee. Just check the description of the video down below for a link to that if you are interested. But also, YouTube has now added a new function, a thanks button, right at the bottom of our videos. So if you appreciate what we're doing or appreciate the video we put out, please hit that thanks button, drop us a little bit. And if not, no worries. We appreciate all you guys watching. Second, we have our live streams coming up. They're going to be every single week on Tuesdays at either 1 or 2 o'clock, probably 2 o'clock. Some days I pick up the kid, I may do it at 1, but I'll let you guys know in advance. And once a month we will be doing a charity one. So this first one is going to be towards charity. After that will be our regular live streams. If they go well, we'll continue to keep them on YouTube. If not, we'll shift them over to our patrons. For most of them, we'll still do the occasional one on YouTube. And with that in mind also, please join us as one of our patrons. Just check again the description of the video down below for some links to that. And we have exclusive videos that we put up there all the time. Things we don't put on the regular channel, including the entire How to Deal Craps course. So with all that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into today's video. So for this video, we want to talk about some micro bankroll strategies. And instead of giving you a dollar amount, like I'm not going to say, okay, you're buying in for $40, buying in for $60. I'm going to put it in terms of the table minimum because, yeah, you know, you buy in for $80 on a $10 minimum bet table. Yeah, that's definitely a micro bankroll. You buy in for $200 on a $25 minimum bet table, and that's also a micro bankroll. So I'm going to say for a micro bankroll, we're going to say less than 10 times the table minimum bet. So if you're on a $10 table, and that's what I'll give some examples of, is on a $10 table, but you know, $10 table, $15 table, in terms of multiples of the table minimum, because that really affects, the table minimum really affects how many rolls you're going to see and how many shooters you're going to see. So when you're dealing with a micro bankroll strategy, or micro bankroll, you don't have a whole lot of options. There's not a whole lot of things you can do. And it's also going to depend a little bit on how you are playing. What are you playing for? Are you playing to have fun? Are you playing to stay on the table as long as possible? Or are you playing to try and actually win a large amount of money? And for a large amount of money, we'll say triple your bankroll. We'll say 30 times the table minimum. So on a $10 table, $300, winning $300. Now, in reality, most players are not walking away with $300. If they win $300, they're going to keep playing. Most players, which is why most players don't win, because they'll end up giving it back. But we'll say $300 is a walking away point. So you have a choice in your play style. Are you trying to just have fun? Are you trying to stay on the table for a long time? Or are you trying to actually win money? Now, the first two are not mutually exclusive. You can combine those two. You can play to have fun and stay on the table for a long period of time. In fact, the strategies are pretty much the same. You could interchange the strategies. However, you cannot be attempting to win the most money possible, basically take advantage of a long roll, and also try and stay on the table for a long period of time. You can't have fun, of course, but stay on the table for a long period of time and win the most money as possible are mutually exclusive as far as goals go. So if you're just trying to have fun with a micro bankroll, if you want to play just, say, table minimum, just one unit, and just have a little bit of fun, maybe you're talking to your buddies, you know, there's a group of you guys playing, and you're just talking to your buddies and having some drinks, I'd suggest the Marching Soldier. Suggest the Marching Soldier because you can have some fun with it still. You know, the first time it hits, collect, you march it up to the 5. Second time it hits, march it up to the 6. Third time it hits, you march up to the 8. And then the fourth time it hits, put the whole thing over at the 9. And should this happen to hit, you're going to have an interesting payout, $364. Pretty interesting. And I'm going to do this way. Now, obviously, if the point were 9, this is the point where the puck would get turned off. You're probably not working. But then once there's a working number, then once again you are you are working. This is a $31 big. Okay, so you got 620. That's 1,240 minus 31, so 1,209. That you get paid, and then you come down. Now, this is not too shabby right here. Okay, $1,829. But look, guys, the odds of this happening, pretty slim. It does happen. It absolutely does happen. I was part of 20-minute and 30-minute rolls today, and both of those, this absolutely would have happened. This absolutely would have won. And I would say that during my 8-hour shift today, just on the tables I was sitting at, the Marching Soldier probably would have pulled this off 4 to 5 times in 8 hours. Yeah, it doesn't happen super often, but it happens. That's just on one table. We have 4 tables going, so. But it's a fun little one that doesn't take a big buy-in and gives you something to root for, especially as it keeps going. Also, there is nothing that says you don't come down earlier. You know, you could certainly, after you hit on the 9, you could come down with your $600. You definitely made your winning goal. Even though this strategy is not really attempting to win, or this play style. Now, as far as trying to stay on the table for as long as possible, obviously the Marching Soldier is certainly an option. Another option with a micro bankroll is picking either one number and going forward, or just doing the 6 and 8. Now, if you're at a $10 minimum bet table, you're just doing the 6 and 8. You know, let's say you bought in with 8 times the table minutes, you get $80. It means you have 3 shooters you can see. So if you're trying to stay on the table for a long time, Marching Soldier is probably going to keep you on the table longest. You're going to get at least 8 shooters if you bought in for $80. And again, you can certainly come down at any time. And for this one, obviously you don't want to press. You don't want to press. You want to collect. Up to a point. You know, if you catch that 20-minute roll and you've collected, 4 or 5 times, maybe you want to start pressing at that point and go for it. But because you're on a micro bankroll with a very, very, very small amount of money, you don't have a lot of options. Other option might be doing the extremes. However, you have much less odds of hitting. At least with the 6 and 8, you have a third of the non-losing combinations of the dice. The 36 combos of the dice, 30 of them will not lose. We take the 7s out, and 10 of those 30 are within the 6 and 8. 10 of them. Whereas between the 4 and 10, that only holds 6 of the 30. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of having one of your numbers hit. Whereas over here, you have a 1 in 3 chance. Much better odds. Much better odds to have one of those hit. But again, you don't want to press. Now, if you were trying to win as much money as possible, at that point, you have to press. You have to press, and you have to power press. And this is where I would suggest that either you play the 6 and 8, or you just pick a random number or two. Maybe 5 and 9 are your lucky numbers, whatever it may be, and power press. Check out our power press videos and get an idea of how many times. Because if you get, if you're on the 6 or 8 and you power press the 6 and 8, if you happen to have one of those rolls, you catch that roll with the 6 rolls 8 times, you've collected thousands and thousands and thousands. So, yeah, there you go. And again, as we've talked about in the past, you don't need to actually go all the way to table max. If the win condition for this strategy is $300 and you decide to do the 6 and 8, now again, you only have 3 shooters to look at. Okay, and let's say you were in for $80, right? So right now you have 56 left. You have $56 left in your bankroll. Okay, how many 8s need to hit for you to hit your for you to be able to collect your winning condition and walk away? Well, if we're power pressing, the first time it hits, you're going to have to throw in another $4. You're going to go all the way up to 30. The next time it hits, you're going to throw in $1. Okay, so that's 3 hits. 2 hits. So the third hit, you're going to throw in $7. The fourth hit, you're actually going to collect. The fifth hit, you collect 350. Let me take that. 5 hits. 5 hits of the 8 if you are power pressing, and you can hit your winning condition and walk away. Assuming $300 is the winning condition. But if you bought in for less than $100 on a $10 minimum bet table, I would say a $300 win should most definitely be your winning condition. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at the very least, just plain fun. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on t-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love the help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.